What's good, y'all? It's Ali back at it again with another YouTube video in which I give you guys mental models you can use to become extremely successful and accomplish all the goals you are after. So let's get right into it. So today I want to talk about goodness. And this is a little bit different from my normal whiteboard, mental model success videos. I want to talk about something that's just important for you to understand as a man. Because not only do I want you guys to be able to accomplish all your goals and become extremely successful, of course, I also want you guys to be good men. I want you to actually be men because we've lived in this horrible feminized society, which has started since decades ago through feminism that has ruined fucking everything. Like society is decaying like crazy right now. It's because of the lack of actual men, capable men, strong men. So I want you guys to understand what it actually takes to be good and be a righteous man, because you might be misunderstanding it. You might think it's, oh, let me be nice. Let me be understanding. Let me just coddle everyone. Let me just give people stuff. And it's not fucking that at all. So let's define it real quick in the context of you actually becoming a strong and capable man. So goodness means, or to be good just means being strong and capable. Okay. So obviously here you're going to ask, okay, Ali, what do you mean by strength? By be strong and capable? Is that what it takes to be good? Yes. Because you can't actually be good if you're not strong and capable. Because if you don't have strength and you are not capable, you just become an enabler for evil. Understand? Because evil people become strong and capable, and then they do evil shit. Because the evil people that don't become strong or capable, no one gives a fuck about them. They're not a problem. Who gives a fuck? They're not strong and capable. They can't do anything. They're useless, right? But when evil people become strong and capable and your dumbass isn't, they're allowed to do evil shit to you, your loved ones, your family, your current family, your future family, your wife, your kids, whatever. They're going to be able to do evil shit to them because you're not strong and you're not capable. You thought you could just get away with just being nice all the time and just being really fucking agreeable and being like, that's okay, that's fine, that doesn't matter. You can just come up in my house, you can destroy this shit, you can say this to me or whatever, and it's all good. Stupid. You're just an enabler. You think, oh, I'm being nice. Look at me. I'm such a nice guy. Nobody gives a fuck. You're just allowing bad shit to happen to you and you're coping with it by saying you're a good guy when you're fucking not. The only way you can actually be a good person is if you are strong. If you can actually stand up for what you think and good things. If you can be violent, right? So I'm within parentheses here, we could put violent. That's what it actually means to be strong. You are capable of violence. You can do evil shit. And let me not even say that being violent is evil. It's more that you need to be capable of doing violence. You need to be capable of punishing your enemies, right? And this brings us even into the actual step around being a good guy, which is doing violent things. One could be martial arts, right? You need to learn some kind of martial art, whatever it is. And this can even be included within physical capability. You need to be able to fight. I don't care what it is. You want to do Muay Thai? Fine. You want to do boxing? Fine. You want to do kickboxing? Fine. You want to do Taekwondo? Fine. But you need to be able to see yourself be violent. This is all a part of being actually strong. You need to see the violence in yourself. You need to see yourself hurt someone or something or have the intention of doing so. And the only way you can do that is if you're fighting in some degree. I don't care if you want to go to an actual gym, a fighting gym. If you can afford that, you have the money right now, go sign up for a fighting gym. If you don't, fine, fight at home. You can do Muay Thai at home. You can buy a bag for your house, right? You can do Muay Thai, you can do kickboxing, you can do regular boxing, you can do shadow boxing in your house, right? At least for me, that's what I currently do. I just be practicing Muay Thai and kickboxing in my house all the fucking time, right? So I know if I got to fuck a nigga up, I can do that shit. And you need to be aware of that because that's the only way you know you're actually strong. I always talk about how important it is for confidence to actually have evidence, right? So if you want to be confident in your ability to be violent, you need to see the violence within yourself. Hence okay, let's start learning a martial art. Whatever it is, start learning one. I don't care what it is, but you need to be physically fighting to some degree, right? And obviously this includes like the gym too. Regular gym. You can't be a fucking fat ass, guys. You can't be a good guy and a fat ass at the same time. I'm sorry. You just can't. If you're a fat ass nigga, bro, you can't be a good guy. You're not a good person. You're fat as fuck. If somebody said run a mile, you'd be dying, nigga. Like, oh, bro, we gotta leave that. Like the zombie apocalypse comes down or some wild shit happens, right? We're gonna leave your ass behind because you fat as fuck. We can't afford you, bro. You're gonna kill everybody else because you're fat. We can't afford to be waiting for you. You see what I'm saying? So you need to be physically fit too. So you got to be in the gym. You got to be learning martial art. You need to see yourself being physically violent, right? And then, of course, too, not only that, weapons, right? You need to get some weapons on you, bro. Whatever it is, whether that's, guns, knives, etc., right? Whatever it is, you either get guns, knives, etc. You need to have weapons on you. You need to be carrying weapons. You need to also go to the gun range, practice shooting, bro. Once again, this is all the point of learning and seeing yourself be violent, knowing you're capable of violence, knowing you can kill someone. You should be walking around knowing you can kill someone. Bare minimum, you should be knowing this. This is important, right? So not only do you need to learn martial arts, because now you might not be able to have a weapon, so you need to be able to fuck a nigga up with just your hands, bro. You need to be about the hands. You need to be able to fuck somebody up with the hands, right? But if you, of course, too, have weapons, have a gun, pop, pop, pop. Somebody try you, pull out a knife, whatever it is, pepper spray, I don't care. But you need to be able to physically defend yourself, right? You need to be able to see the violence in yourself. So martial arts, weapons, of course. So when you have these things, now you can be strong, right? And you actually have ways that you can defend yourself, right? And what this leads to, and this is a part of it just in general too, is frame. What do I mean when I say frame, right? Because you want to have frame. When I say frame is you can stand up for things that you actually believe to be right and true. That's the whole point of this. When you're violent and capable of violence and you can hurt someone, now you can actually stand up for the right thing. You see, the problem that a lot of guys have is they think being good is just being agreeable and listening to everyone and be like, everybody's thoughts or feelings is valid. That doesn't make you a good person. That allows evil people to take advantage of you. This also allows women to take advantage of you too. When you're just, oh, everything is great. Yup, let's do this, whatever. Horrible. So you can gain frame through violence. Once you know you're capable of defending yourself and what you think, right, you can maintain things that are good. Because evil people are always trying to fuck up good things, right? Whether this even be just from a nation standpoint, for whatever nation you live in. Obviously, this is primarily for my American guys because I'm American and I love America and I want to defend this shit more than willing and happily to fight and die for this country, right? And the only way I can defend the values of this country that I live in, right, or have this frame is if I know I can be violent, if I know I can kill someone, if I know I can hurt someone. Understand? So I want you guys to be able to have frame and be able to stand up for the right things because you know you were violent. And this is basically where the frame comes from. It's almost like you gain frame from being capable. You gain frame from being violent first. It's like, okay, you know you could beat a nigga up. You know you own weapons, guns, knives, so you can defend true things, right? You could be like, no, this is true. And then everyone's like, you're not supposed to say that, or that's not true. You're like, all right, what's up then? Because it is true. And I'm going to stand up for the right thing. And I'm ready to fight for it too. But if you're not ready to fight for it, what happens? You're more willing to give up things that are true. You're more willing to give up good things. You're more willing to be a sellout when you can't defend yourself. Do you guys understand here? If you can't defend yourself, you're more willing to give up things that are good. Like I said, you just become an enabler. You cannot be a good person if you're not strong. You become evil by default because evil people are now able to take advantage of you because you can't be violent, defend yourself, and maintain your frame. Really hope that shit just all made sense. This violence is important, bruh. This is what makes all this violence important, right? Okay. And then over here too, I talk about capability. And this just kind of brings us back to our normal achievement and achieving your goals, right? So when I say capable, I mean achievement, right? And how do you achieve your goals? Well, focused, disciplined, and consistent, right? Because not only do you have this strength, you have the capability to be violent now. And because you have the capability to be violent, you have earned frame, the ability to stand on true things and see things as the truth and state the true things and not be agreeable. Be like, no, this is the right thing. No, fuck off. This is the right thing. No, I'm not going to change my belief on this thing. What are you going to do about it? This is true. We got to be honest about this thing. This is important. Just because you want me to believe this thing, I'm not going to. And if you want to try me about it, let's do it. You want to fight, whatever. You want to get into a gunfight, whatever. You have to be with it so you can protect things that are good. So you don't become an enabler for evil. Like a lot of you guys watching this are right now, a lot of my young guys. Like you're more concerned with being good instead of being strong first. So you become an enabler on accident, right? So obviously once you have that intact, you also want to be capable. You want to be useful. You want to become skilled, right? Because now when people hate on you, just in general, right? For whatever you're trying to achieve, people hate on you. People are talking shit about you. Well, success is always the best revenge. How do you become successful? Through having focus, discipline, and being able to be consistent. From being able to achieve things in your life, right? And how do you achieve things in your life? Well, you need to gain skills. How do you gain skills? Through focus, discipline, and consistency. How do I define these things? And I've made videos on these 3 specific things in the past, but when it comes to being focused, in a nutshell, it just means you're able to say no to things. If things do not help you achieve your goals, and it's almost exactly like frame in that way. It's like these are exactly connected. Focus is the same thing as frame, right? In that way. Like when I say be focused, I mean say no more. If this doesn't help you achieve your goals, say no. Say no to those bum ass guys that you need to cut off that are not ambitious and do not want to achieve things in their life. Be like, no, I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that thing. Your parents ask you, hey, we need to go out, do whatever. Like, nope, sorry, mom and dad, I got goals I got to achieve. I got shit I need to do. You just keep saying no, 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 no. Because this allows you to achieve things, right? The more you say no, the more time you gain to do what? To work on your goals. So say no more. When I say be disciplined, what does that mean? It means that you realize that you are not your emotions. You're just the reactor. So even if your current mood is telling you don't work on your goals, you can still work on them. This is already something you probably experienced before. When you didn't want to work on your goals and you still worked, boom. That means your emotion, your current mood or emotions does not dictate whether you work on your goals or not. So you have to now practice and train this into yourself. Same thing with the focus thing too. Going back one step real quick. Like you train this. You train your ability to say no by saying no more. You train your discipline by being able to work on your goals even when you don't feel like it more. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. Right? And then boom, when it comes to being consistent, what does this mean? You remove everything that distracts you from your current environment. Anything that could potentially stop you from doing the work that you need to do needs to go. Because if it's gone and there's nothing else to do but the work you need to do, you're going to work on the work. Right? And then the second part of this will be eventually you'll get bored because you're being consistent. But then you'll remind yourself, this is what it takes to become successful. I need to be bored. I need to be able to do the same thing the same way every single day to keep improving. So I have to accept this boredom. And then how do you train accepting boredom? By getting bored and then being like, let me keep working to the point that you get used to it. Understand? And mastering these 3 abilities does what? It allows you to master whatever skill you want to master. Because it's not that you achieve your goals. You become the man who's capable of achieving them by getting the skills to achieve them. And now that you're able to say no to everything, now that you don't listen to your fleeting emotions or your current mood, and you just do the work you need to do, and now that you don't allow anything to distract you and there's nothing that can distract you, you can gain all the skills you need to gain to achieve your goals, making you very capable and useful to the world. You can make a lot of shit happen now because nothing stops you from making shit happen. And not only can you not be stopped from making shit happen, you also now are violent. You're capable of defending the truth or things that are true or what you actually believe and what you actually think. Nobody can now just press you and try you and force you to do things that you believe to be evil or wrong. You're like, fuck no, I'm not doing that thing. What the fuck is up? What the fuck is up? Right? What the fuck is up? You see what I'm saying? You gain that frame. You gain that frame of what the fuck is up. I'm not going to say that thing. I'm not going to allow anybody to force me to do anything that I don't want to do or I feel is wrong. Whether this be physically or with my goals, whatever it is. Right? As I said, frame connects also to your focus when it comes to your goals. You have to be able to defend your ability to work on your goals as well. So yeah, man, let me know how you guys thought about this. Do you guys now really understand what it means to be a good and righteous man or how to do it? You understand that, okay, if I actually want to be a good or righteous man, first I must be strong. First I must be able to kill a man before I can be a righteous man or a good man. I have to be able to kill one, right? Because evil men exist. People who are looking to subvert you or take away your freedom, right? This, even just from a more political standpoint, that's how it is, right? That's how governance works just in general when it comes to politics. Some people believe things, right, that go against what you believe. That's just what it is. So when you're in your mind, they're evil to you. And the only way you can defend what you think is right is by being capable. That's just the case. That's how it is for men. This is just a masculine destiny. This is how we are as men. You think something, I think something, and we could be an impasse. This doesn't mean we need to be evil and violent with each other. But if you try to force yourself to make me do something I don't want to do, I have every right to now defend myself, which you should be, right? This is all about defense too, guys. I'm not saying walk around and be some fucking idiot, right? You're a bad dude if you're going around looking for problems. Every single problem, it's always about disengaging. Be like, hey, nah, chill, man. Like, you know, we could come to our common ground here. We could come to our disagreement here. I'm still going to maintain what I think. And if you try to intimidate me through the threat of this, I'm not going to let you do that because I can be violent too. So you can maintain what is good. That's what the point is here. The point is everything, of course, you want to be diplomatic with it. You want to have conversations. You want to talk and be like, nah, okay, you know, we can agree to disagree and leave it here. But the minute someone tries to step that boundary and start threatening violence with you, you're like, ah, what the fuck is up then? You have to be able to do that to maintain things that are good so you can maintain frame, right? Do you understand? Hope you guys understand, of course, and let me know, of course, down below in the comments. So yeah, man. So that's the video on what it takes to be an actual good and righteous man. Let me know if you fucked with it. If this made complete and utter sense, you're like, okay, I know what it takes to be a good man now, Ali, when it comes to achieving my goals, being strong, being violent, being able to be capable, then like the fucking video. So more guys can see this. We can keep growing the fam. Because not only do I want you guys to become extremely successful, but I also want you to be good men too. And the only way you can do that is by being violent and being able to be very, very capable to achieve things in your life, of course. And if you love this too, subscribe, bro. I want more guys to join the fam. I want the fam to grow a lot bigger. You know, I'm making videos like this all the time, whether it be about what it takes to be a man, and of course, too, what it takes to gain skills and abilities to be able to accomplish your goals as well. So yeah, man, like and subscribe. And with that being said, I'll catch you boys in the next YouTube video. Deuces.